Hello my dear students, I hope you are doing good and have done well in all the examinations till date. So without wasting any further time, let me put out the day before exam strategy for tomorrow's paper, that is paper 20A, especially section A, that is the SPM part. Okay, right. So before giving you the instructions and the guidance, remember one thing, don't forget to go through all the MQPs that are released for this particular attempt. Okay, if there is only one set, go to the one set. If there are two sets, go to the two sets. Okay, because there is every possibility you may get one or two questions from these MQPs also. So what are the key topics that you need to focus on? First one, please go through maximum minimum problems when it comes to economic efficiency of the firm. That is the most important topic in that particular module or chapter. Once it is done, then please go through Z-score, M-score, NCAER model, all which are covered in the last chapter, that is enterprise risk management. Okay, so basing on the importance and priority, I have given this serial number. Okay, right. So whatever the topics that are very important in each chapter, also I have mentioned here. Okay, when it comes to economic efficiency of a maxima and minima, when it comes to enterprise risk management, Z-score, M-score, NCAER model, and some theory topics, that is REPM, risk enabled performance management, enterprise risk management, Basel 1, Basel 2, risk analysis, risk pooling. All these questions which I have already pointed out are very important. Once these two are completed, then comes the next chapter, that is your performance measurement, evaluation and improvement tools. In this, please go through these topics, that is balance scorecard, DuPont analysis, which is very important from problematic point of view, Six Sigma, in which you have two methods, right? Two ways of defining Six Sigma, DMAIC and DMADV. Okay, those who have gone through it, they will understand what I'm talking about. Lean management, and when it comes to lean management, you have 5S, right? Let me mention that one here. When it comes to lean management, focus on 5S and 3Ms also. Okay, management information system and OEE. Okay, overall equipment efficiency. Okay, TPM and TQM. Just go through it for the sake of MCQs. Next, last one comes your introduction to performance management. So in that, the important topics are VRM, vendor relationship management, supply chain management, and customer relationship management. Okay, so these are some of the important topics. The most important of all is your maxima minima, very important. Z-score is important, NCAER is important, DuPont analysis is important. If you're lucky, you will get 4 problems, or not, if you will get 3 problems. So 3 sevens, 21 marks. You can score straight away there itself. Okay. So these points, these topics which are highlighted are very important. Okay. So first focus on completing these highlighted topics: maxima minima, Z-score, NCAER model, DuPont analysis. Once this is completed, then think about theory. Now when it comes to theory, focus on this particular chapter. Focus on this particular chapter: performance measurement, evaluation, improvement tools. Okay, because when it comes to theory, most of the topics will be covered from this particular chapter. Okay, in other chapters also we have theory, but in examination, when it comes to theory, they are giving more number of questions from this particular chapter. So you have balance scorecard, which is important. Okay, you have Six Sigma, which is important. Lean management is also important. And don't forget, please go through the features of quality also. Please go through the features of quality. There is no proper definition for quality, but to define quality, we have taken the help of 8 different terms or 7 different terms. Okay, so go through that particular concept also. And when it comes to introduction to performance management, just go through vendor relationship management, supply chain management, and customer relationship management. Okay, my dear. And there is one more topic when it comes to introduction to performance management, that is customer profitability analysis, CPA. Customer profitability analysis. Okay, please be thorough with all the MCQs that are given to you in the form of the booklet. If that is not available, please be thorough with all the MCQs that are given at the end of the ICMAI material. Okay, and before going to the exam, don't forget to go through the MQPs that are released for this particular attempt. Okay, so all the best, my dear students. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Shiv Prasad. I am Business Valuation Faculty, CMA Final, Masterminds Guntur. So our final paper, Business Valuation, is arrived. So this is the day before exam strategy, what we are going to study in last minutes. So in coming to business valuation question paper, so with this combination of SPM, they will ask you 6 MCQs at least from business valuation. So you have to concentrate more on fundamentals of business valuation for all the MCQs. So most of the MCQs, they will ask you in the recent examination from fundamentals of business valuation. So when it comes to problematic part, so total we are having 14 marks questions, total 14 marks questions they will ask you, and in that 14 marks and 7 marks each, we can say the methods and approaches of business valuation they will ask you 7 marks, and valuation of assets and liabilities they are asking 7 marks, and mergers and acquisition also 7 marks, and another 14 marks. So they will give you 7 marks from any of the above. Out of last 14, they will ask you 7 marks either from methods and approaches, or valuation of assets and liabilities, or mergers and acquisitions. And another 7 marks, they ask you decision making problems. They will test your knowledge in financial management. So decision making problems they are going to give in this scenario. So this one question you have to be very carefully answer. And coming back to what is the important things that we are going to learn. So while coming to methods and approaches, so definitely they'll ask you there economic value added, and market value added type questions. At the same time, valuation of business based on different approaches, net assets method, earnings capitalization method. So we're having discounted cash flows method. These all methods are important. They will ask you at least one out of these 2 questions from that valuation of a companies. So when it comes to assets and liabilities, all important things that we are having here. So compulsorily you have to go for share warrants, the problems relating to share warrants, and the problems relating to real estate and human resources. We can expect one question out of this share warrants, and we are having a real estate, some problems we are having GRM, and HR management, like we are having valuation of employees. And regular format they will ask you from the valuation of assets and liabilities. So they will ask you from bond valuation and brands valuation. So like intangible assets valuation. Under intangible asset valuation, the valuation of goodwill is most important in this aspect. While coming to mergers and acquisition, we can expect this 2 7 marks along with one more 7 marks. We can expect more probability from mergers and acquisitions. So under mergers and acquisitions, so they are going to ask you post merger EPS calculation and combined value calculation. You have to be going into that post merger calculation, post merger EPS. In last examination they didn't ask, but this time we can expect post merger EPS calculation and MPS calculations. At the same time, so they will ask you demerger in the last session. Last session they have asked, last examination, demerger. So here also we can expect combined valuation this time, combined valuation of mergers and acquisitions. So that is also important topic that we are having. Coming to law and compliances, if you already having in touch before, then you can do, or otherwise simply you can ignore this last minute, this law and compliances. So if you want to see the laws and compliances also, so we can go for it. So IVS full form, we can say International Valuation Standards. So you can form what is IVS 1, IVS 2, IVS 3, the names we can expect in the MCQs. And fundamentals of BV, definitely there will be. So there will be the valuation relating to fundamentals of business valuation. So MCQs are very important, as I told you before. So here we can get, so the valuation of cost of capital. So like cost of capital based valuations will be come over here, like under equity method and CAPM models, this will come. At the same time, this time for valuation, so while coming under that, whatever the extra questions, so as I told you before, that extra question we can expect this time from Modigliani-Miller approach. So that we are having that Modigliani-Miller approach with the tax and without tax, some problems will be there in the textbook, you have to go for it. And coming to the sources, you need to touch all the questions and illustrations from study material and MCQs which is given backside of the study material. So if you are a mastermind student, everything we incorporated in our material, past questions, previous year questions, and MQPs, MTPs. So if not, you have to check MCQs from MTPs, MQPs, and also recently given that question bank, MCQ question bank. Okay. So all the best for your examinations. Write well. Thank you.